Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Quarbit, and I'll be your host today for Europa Universalis 4. Welcome back to episode 34 of Sons of Carthage and Rome as Tunis, where today we'll try and avoid a war with Britain and the coalition that's starting to build here. I'm going to see if I can snipe out a few other people here. I'm probably going to lose this cleansing of heresy, of course, because I will no longer own this land. Switzerland has decided to join. Okay. That's another member on the list. I wanted to avoid that. I actually wanted to declare on Switzerland so I could reconquest their stuff there. That would be beautiful. But unfortunately, that's not how it's going to go today. I'm going to have to figure out some other path. But in the meantime, we have a couple of things to do here anyway, so let's start by getting the burghers a little bit happier. With a little bit more land under their belts. Let's see what I can grant to them. I also noticed we're actually getting quite influential in Genoa, which is going to be quite nice to really move there and start building up trade here. I think this is still the best situation for now, even though it's only 11.8 ducats. I think it's still the best situation we have, and I'm just going to pirate Genoa or privateer it for a little while first, before I really have to worry about too much. Okay, let's hand this off to you. Let's see if we can't get you to a pretty good number here. I'm trying to get you to 75 if I can. So that'll be quite nice. 75. What can I give to you as well? Something down here, I'm sure. No, okay. Lisboa, of course, I could hand out. Or Porto. I think Lisboa was worth more handing out, though. Oh no, Porto's actually a lot better. Give me a little bit more influence in here, which will give me more influence here. But, that's not really the entire purpose. Let me get some money. Let me seek the support. Take whatever papal influence I can get my little hands on. Let's grab some of that, and that admin that I'm going to need to core this. There we go. Let's convert that, and let's bring the ships over. That's a lot of damaged ships, actually. I'm sure I just upgraded some. Maybe we just had a quick battle. Spain's actually just fallen out of grace so hard that we can no longer rival them. So, rest in peace, Spain. Let's find a new rival. We are not given good options here. I don't want to rival Russia. I'm going to need them against the Ottomans. I might rival Bahmanis, even if I can't really get much power projection out of them. Because if I'm going to need a rival, then sure. But I really don't want to make it Russia, and I really, really don't want to make it the Ottomans. Not yet. We're not quite prepared for that. In the future, hopefully, but not right now. Now, you're missing a general. See if I can get you one. Nope. Not from there, at least. So let's get you one from there. I like my heir, right? I do like my heir. Not the best of heirs, but not the worst of heirs. So, we always could have worse, is my general philosophy. At least he's average in terms of skill points. Okay, let's bring these guys over. Marriage offer from Genoa is much appreciated, actually, because one of the things I wanted to do today was actually annex Genoa. Because they don't have much of a purpose in this world anymore. That'll take about 5 years, not bad. I also went ahead and grabbed influence ideas, by the way. I thought that would be a great idea. Moving forward, I get the unjustified demands, and I get the extra diplo rep, the extra relation, and especially the diplo annex cost is very useful. We're going to have to annex the French vassal one day, so I felt this would be a good investment. The income from vassals is, it's whatever, really. Sort of like a double-edged blade. I do get the money, but they also lose a lot of it, so yeah, it's not the best thing. It's okay. Now, who should I attack, actually? Because they started to band together a little bit. Very few nations I can attack. And even fewer which will join the coalition still. No one else is going to join, I think, unless truces are done, which it will be done here. You're allied with Hungary, though. Has Hungary recovered enough? I feel like they've definitely recovered enough. Let's see if we can fight ourselves another great war. By checking out the prospects of this. Actually, yes, everyone would join. So in theory, this would make for a great war, actually. The Ottomans wouldn't join here though, which is an issue. Because they like Britain way too much. A little way too much, in my opinion. Yeah, you guys are friendly towards each other. I'm not a fan of that. Rival of rival, I guess. Or common enemy type stuff. Not a fan of that. Anyways, if I did go to war over Austria's land, though, Ottomans would join, and we could attack Britain that way. It's not preferable, though. It's very much not preferable. I don't think there's a way to get the Ottomans to hate Britain enough. Or else they would definitely be joining in. This would be the best case scenario, obviously. I guess it's because they have great relations that they would take a stab hit. But I can't really change that. I can't really change much about that at all. It's a big ol' shame. I also don't need that spy network anymore. There is no easy way to make Britain and Ottomans hate each other enough to work out. Unless they were at war and the Ottomans did something like siege down a fort, which, you know, they loot the whole thing, and Britain gets a negative opinion of them. Maybe? Maybe. Who knows? I also really don't want to invade Austria, because that's imperial land. Even cleansing of heresy won't help me that much against a crime as large as this. If I invaded someone else, perhaps, I would have a better chance at finding my way into some conflict. Maybe. Let's move these guys over there for now. Let's see who hasn't joined. That's going to be a shorter list of people. I might invade the Papal State. They already hate me. Might as well. No, that's that Hungarian alliance there. How about you guys? Wouldn't be so bad. How about you? Wouldn't be the worst thing ever. If I could take Provence, like these two trade areas, that would be okay. I think. I feel like that would be fine. I only have one way to claim their land, though. So I might as well get started on it. Sure, I feel like it's plausible. You guys can just take unrest issues. Austria left the coalition. That sure does spice some things up. Without Austria's involvement, we might have a slightly better chance at pulling something off without the help of the Ottomans. Switzerland, Provence, and Burgundy are my only other issues. Sardinia, Piedmont, that truce is going to go up kind of soon. We have a lengthy truce with you, so we don't have to worry about that for another decade at least. Decade and a half. And then I can actually conquer your land in a reasonable fashion. Well, let's see what would happen if I tried to invade Switzerland. Don't know if they would leave or not. There's a chance they would leave if I actually improve relations to positive. They might leave because they're also at war. So I feel like that's reasonable. Reasonable to believe, at least. Maybe it could possibly, potentially happen. Hopefully. I'll give it a quick shot at least. Should only take about, 2 months, 3 months or something. My improved relations is pretty ridiculously good. Well, usually. Don't look at that. It's overextension. Doesn't count. Okay, you like me, kind of. Not enough to leave, though, which is a shame. It's kind of the same situation with you, actually. You like me, but not enough. If you'd like me at max before I conquered Spain, maybe you would not be joining this coalition. That's just how things are, I guess. And Provence just absolutely hates me anyway, so it doesn't matter. Now we have the distant war modifier anyway. Well, if we had maximum trust with the Ottomans and a really good Diplo rep, and we gave them 20 reasons, and they were out of debt, I still don't think that's enough, right? Because we can get up to like level... Is it level 5? And it's 3 reasons per, right? It's definitely not more than 3 reasons per. 5 reasons per? Maybe? We can get up to 5.5 with 5 reasons per. What is that, like 27 or something? Yeah, that's nowhere near enough. That sucks. That sucks so much. Really wish that wasn't the case. But let's keep in mind we also have to, you know, clear out a path for them to go directly from here all the way to Britain, or else they'd have to take the long path and then somehow get through Spain. Yeah, we're not really ready to prepare for a war like that yet. I really should invade the Papal States. Just to get this little piece of land, or invade you for this little piece of land. And you for these 2 pieces of land. Much easier said than done, though. Much, much easier. The Ottomans would not help here. But in theory, if we declare this, which eventually we will, Ottomans can come up through here, through the inevitably dead Venice. We can attack Switzerland, then through Switzerland go to Burgundy and then Britain. Because that's everyone in the war, except for Ulm. But Ulm's just chilling like usual. They're having a good time. Okay, yeah, I could actually do this right now, couldn't I? I could do this right now. And why shouldn't I? Okay, Ottomans. You're gonna help me with something here today. Didn't think I'd be fighting a great war, but turns out we're just gonna be doing it anyway. That is a fort, so I would prefer to do this, bring in everyone. Let's go. So, let's look at the numbers real quick. 213,000 versus not 213,000 in total versus just infantry. I'd say we have a bit of an advantage. We could probably win this very easily, so not even going to worry about it too much. Let me just go and make sure this gets sieged down in a timely fashion using my very little artillery. Could burn it down though. That's true. Could definitely go ahead and do that. Provence is in here, which would be great. That means I'd like to take these 2 provinces from Provence. I feel like that would enrage so many people, but it feels like such a great strategic opportunity, I might just do it anyway. Feels really useful. This, however, is not useful. Get out of here. You are ruining my ships. Stop that. You got ahead and made me lose, what, 3? 4 of my trade fleet? That's super annoying. I mean, I know in the end I'm gonna have to have like 500 light ships for the... What is it, the Barbary pirate one? There's an achievement for that. Barbarossa, I believe, is the name. For having 500 light ships privateering at the same time. And although I'm no Barbarossa right now, hopefully by the end of this campaign, we can do something on the right path. I can move through Spain, which is beautiful. Don't know how much of Britain is on mainland Europe. Seems it's been a lot more than usual, and they're only fighting me, so it's likely that they're all over here. Sometimes they're in the colonies. Who really knows? Sometimes they're best friends with Sligo here. For some reason. Yeah, we'll see what we can do here. With Britain part of this coalition, I don't suppose I could really demand much, could I? No, I can't demand anything from Britain itself unless I own it directly. Which means this is my best and pretty much only bet. Well, it's only 17 AE, it's actually a really good deal. Like, it's a really good deal. 17 AE? For like... That's a lot of dev. That's a hell of a lot of dev. Like 40 plus, that's like 80 dev, okay. Almost 90 dev, that's really good. 17 AE for 90 dev? Spicy. I'm a fan of that. Okay, let me grab that spy network real quick. $28. We're finally here, we've arrived. We're gonna fight in the grasslands. How many of you are there? Oof, way too many for me to want to join in. Way too many for me to join in. We've done a good enough job there, I think. Let's move the fleet out. So that siege is done. Beautiful. Okay, yeah, these guys are going to help out with that siege well enough. Actually, we only have 3 guys on there. Can I interest you in some cannons? Make that go a little bit faster. Not fast enough, though. That sucks. I have the feeling I'm going to have to move over here. I see a lot of units stacking. I feel like I should just give it a quick visit. I can also go and just try and attack them myself right now. If they don't get this siege, that's the real question. Are you going to get the siege? No. I could attack it. But I'm going to wait to see what we do on that. Okay, beautiful. It's the grasslands. It's not super in my advantage, but it would be nice to save a siege. Especially when they have no general to start off with. And we have, like, almost 40 or 80,000 men. This seems plausible. Did I just get some artillery in the front row? Am I stupid? Or did they just move to the back? I definitely just put artillery in the front row. Okay, that's cool. I definitely just did that. That's great stuff. Oh well, that's alright. Still an obvious, very easy win. Let's move you over here. Actually, no, let's move you up here. You guys can group up, go up there. There we go. And the Ottomans should come in and just stack wipe everyone. In theory. Maybe not stack wipe, but close enough. Okay, Mamlukian separatists. What's your problem? These ones down here, I'm guessing. Yep, it's you guys. And do I have any absolutism at all? I do not. Which is a shame. Actually, I really should have, like, brought down autonomy in a lot of areas. I feel a little bit dumb now. Oh well. Okay, that's whatever. That's what it is. 444, that's not quite fast enough for me. I'd like to get a couple of universities, if I may. And yes, I will go into debt to build a few universities. Because that absolutism is a little more important than everything else. Where did I actually build that? Let's not be dumb about it. Let's build that in an area with actual development. Build a couple of universities over here. Actually, I should build one over here too. And the 5th and final one should be in a Iberian city, I should think. Like Lisboa or Porto. Should be much faster spread. I was thinking Lisboa because it can reach a whole lot of stuff. Now let's put one in Lisboa. Good stuff. Okay, let's start on Auvergne. Did I say Auvergne as if it was German? Well, that was terrible. Auvergne. Ulm is showing its might. Not a fan of that. go and clean up a couple of these areas. Okay, I'm just gonna stand nearby. No harm in standing nearby the siege to make sure it turns out successful. Okay, we captured one ship over here, beautiful. Okay, those are my ships. For a second I thought Russia was at war with Britain, and although pleased, I would have been rather confused. Okay, I don't think there are any more fleets in the Mediterranean. At least, pretty sure. Provence's has probably been deleted, I don't see it anywhere. And we own like every coast, so... I'm not a fan of the whole British fleet, but it's mostly comprised of just lights. Or not even lights, just transports. There's no way transports are good. I'm mostly transports too. I am very much mostly transports too. The transports are beating me. Yeah, I'm gonna back off on that one. I don't like leaving the Mediterranean. That's not fun. I don't like that. Okay, let's move all these guys together. Over here. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Whatever just happened there. That's not cool. Definitely not cool. Let's go and invade no one, because I'd have to go to La Bourde. Where's this? Annaba. Over here, which is rather useless. Let's go and get you to privateer in Genoa as well. Which should give the pirates a pretty substantial share of the node, I think, right? Relatively substantial. That's a lot of British. That's exactly what was on that ship. Oh, so unlucky. Just shy of being able to wipe that army before I have to fight again. That sucks. Really does suck, but oh well. Let's bring you guys over there. Yeah, that's a lot of trade power in there. We're stealing a lot of money. Well, in theory, a lot of money. 4 ducats a month is generally not a lot of money. 4 ducats a month, and if you were to protect trade in Alexandria, I imagine it's not nearly that much. But we'll check it out anyway. Let's stay there. That's a mountains fort. I really should stay there. So if we got everyone here to help out in Alexandria, because we, for some reason, only have 50% of the trade in here, so we could definitely have a lot more. Oh, that's the timer for today. We could definitely have a lot more trade, I'm thinking. Can't believe we've made it to 85% on this without yeah, what? What? I didn't get an 85? Is that a joke? That's the worst joke I've ever heard. Because I really need you down here as well, so I can take advantage of that massive mountain fort. And I need that advantage quick, and you decided, for some whatever ungodly reason, that an 85 was not going to pop. Well, yeah, good thing I got to sack it. Of course I'm going to burn that thing to the ground. Well, I could get professionalism and then, therefore, more manpower. That's definitely true. Or I could sack the whole thing. It's really weird, but I feel like I really should just take the 5%, huh? It's free manpower. Don't know how much free manpower it is, but it's definitely free manpower. Which I could definitely use. It's like, think of it like Mercs. It's basically just buying manpower. It's really not that much manpower. I should not have spent that money on it. I was thinking it'd be like 20,000. 14,000 is not worth that much. Okay, let's keep that in the back of our minds for the next time we make a stupid decision. Let's go to Alexandria there. 27 a month, and yeah, you guys are really not pulling off much. You guys are really not pulling off much, huh? 28 ducats a month. But again, if I privateer Genoa, in theory with no protection against privateering, it should be a ridiculous amount, shouldn't it? Right? I'm not wrong about that, right? I feel like that's fundamentally correct. Anyways, peace for Ulm. You guys want peace, so I shall grant it. All you have to do is stop being friends with everyone. Give me all your money. And that's about it. I think I'll sacrifice like 6 ducats just so I can pull off a bit more prestige. Okay, Ulm, have fun. You're free to go. Just need to make sure that you actually get down here. It's a little bit of a waste. Force march, but it's only one per province because I have any amount of, what is it? This? Yeah, invativeness. Please don't get this siege on time. 21% would actually make me cry a little. Oh, okay, never mind, they're moving. I don't really want to fight in the drylands. I would have much preferred the mountains. But there's no way even I can get there at this point. That sucks. A whole lot. Unless I can catch you on drylands up here. Which is risky, because I can't see much. I'd have to wait until you are locked in at minimum. Okay, now you're locked in so we can actually have a pretty good battle here. At least have a head start if they want to move over. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's my 5th university? It is being sieged. Well, that's not fun at all. Was that a stack wipe, by the way? That was definitely a stack wipe. That feels good. Okay. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's go and relieve the library, I guess. You guys can also privateer in Genoa. Just give me all that sweet cash, please and thank you. Spoils of war, it's okay. It's like 5 ducats. It's nothing spectacular, but it's good enough. Hippity hoppity, I'm coming for my property. I could repay that loan, but I really don't feel like it. Also a couple of issues. I'm assuming those aren't mine. Actually, I really should assume that they are mine, because they definitely are. So you guys are dead. Move up here. Make sure that you don't become a massive issue. And what's going on over here? Everything's looking good so far. Get rid of you. Nice stack wipe. And we'll clean up this little area over here as well. All my allies are working out Western Europe and France and such, so we're doing pretty good. I really do want to demand these 2 things, and I'd be pretty satisfied. I feel like that's a lot of AE, though. Whoa, that's dangerous AE. That's really dangerous. Okay. So we're not taking that. I can have you do this, though, which is only 4 AE per. Although it costs a lot, having Auvergne would be really useful. Limousine as well. It's a dangerous AE, but it's not as dangerous AE. Quercy as well, sure. Again, it's dangerous, but it's not as bad as it really could be. Let's just improve relations with a couple of people beforehand, so that, you know, maybe they won't kill me immediately. Spanish separatists, that's expected. Would you move into here? No, because Portugal owned that previously, which is really odd still, but okay. Let's bring these guys down here. They're, I think, relatively unlikely to move into Malaga. I'm not sure, because they don't have a core there, but it is a mountain fort, or it's a fort in general, so... The usual rules dictate that they're gonna move over. So I'm gonna see if those hold up even in this situation. Hopefully they do. Anyways, for a peace deal like this, it would be a coalition where the newcomers would be approximately no one, because they took back Quercy. So we can't even check. I would also definitely like to give that to France. Give that to France. Because why not? Now where do you plan to move? My good sir. Mamlukian separatists, papal separatists. Still no absolutism. Meaning in theory this is fine. But the separatism will just, it'll go down eventually, right? 6.9 years, that's long enough for me not to care. Papal States joined, well it's a separate coalition, buddy, so... that's not going to end very well for you. And they do go to the fort, okay, that's really cool. Another nice lesson learned, I suppose. Makes my life a whole lot easier. Okay, great stuff. That'll auto-siege. So we can bring one person over here, one person up into here. We've done a lot of good work here. Well, the Ottomans have done a lot of good work here. I'm doing pretty alright myself, but... oh, and I lost a battle in the ocean because the entire British fleet is here. But welcome to the Mediterranean. It's time for you to die. Also, you're landing troops on shore, which is a terrible, terrible idea. So, not only are you gonna like lose your entire fleet of transports, but you did it in a really stupid way too. I mean, I'm losing ships too. It's because all my transports are so outdated. Let's not worry about that though. I just can't even afford to upgrade them. Nor do I want to. Let's move you into there. Yeah, rest in peace, whatever Brits were on that ship still. I don't think there were any though. I think they all just sort of died when they hit the shore. Let's go and grab the U real quick. Easy, we'll head down here. That's done. We're on to the final push here. We're heading towards western France, boys. And we should be there in a few months. This war's only lasted like, yeah, 3 years. That's actually pretty impressive. Well, 4 pretty much. That's not a good time. I feel like the Ottomans are gonna not make their way down there. Never mind. We're gonna let France die. Rip France. Well, France is already dead pretty much. Can we stop these guys instead of just getting like stacked over and over again? Because the Ottomans are gonna come out and help us. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that was really annoying for a while. I don't like getting stack wiped over and over again by Britain in the middle of nowhere. Not a fan of that, believe it or not. Okay, did we lose a bunch of ships? We lost a few of them. Let me rebuild some. And Britain should get stack wiped. They're beautiful. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Never seen something more beautiful in my life. Britain's lost 128,000 men. It's such a nice time. We've definitely run out of time though. This entire thing's gone on way too long. Hopefully you enjoyed this very long episode. This is Quarbit signing off, and as always, have a fantastic day. I'd like to give a quick thank you for the following patrons for the month of May. In the $1 tier we have Quiet Guy, Quagersol, Farron, DLNM, and TFLJ Martis. In the $3 tier we have Ben Greenhagen. In the $5 tier we have Justinian. In the $10 tier Natsuki. And in the $20 tier Chewy Shoot. Thank you guys so much for your pledges, it means a lot to me, and you're really helping to move this channel forward. Again, I cannot possibly thank you enough.